Hello, in today's video we are going to go straight into module 1 maths past exams. So question 1, we have what is this cube root of 216? So if you have the cube root of 216 equals 6, that means 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. When the Cartesian coordinates 4 and 7 are converted to polar form, the value of r is approximately, the value of r means the value of the hypotenuse. So if you have the adjacent to be 4 and opposite to be 7, what is the value of the hypotenuse? Using the Pythagoras theorem, 4 squared plus 7 squared equals r squared. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 7 times 7 is 49 equals r squared. 16 plus 49 will give you 65 equals r squared. R will definitely equals root 65. That will give you approximately 8. 8 is the answer. What is the ratio of 5 feet to 30 inches? So 1 feet equals 12 inches. 1 feet ft equals 12 inches. So 5 feet will therefore be 60 inches. So 60 is to 30. That will give you 2 is to 1. Question 4. The sine theta will be sine. Value of sine equals opposite over hypotenuse, and the opposite is a and hypotenuse is c, so a over c. Question 5. 27y equals 3. 27y equals 3. Divide both sides by 27. So we'll get y equals 3 over 27. That could be broken down to 1, 9. So the answer is 1 over 9. Question 6. A dial gauge is calibrated to an accuracy of 0.01 inch. When using the dial gauge, you should, this is the right option, round off the answer to the calibrated value. 3 divided by 5 written as a decimal. So 3 divided by 5. You could use long division to get the answer. So 3, that is 0.5 into 30, that is 6. That will give you 0.6. You can use a standard form as well. So 3 divided by 5 can also be written as 30 times 10 raised to the power minus 1 divided by 5. 5 goes into 30, that's 6 times. So the final answer will be 6 times 10 to the power minus 1. That will give you 0.6. A radian is equals the angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc that's equal in length to the radius. Question 9. Make m the subject of an equation y equals mx plus c. That is the equation of a straight line. So if you have y equals mx plus c, you're making m the subject. So y minus c equals mx. Divide both sides by x. Therefore m equals y minus c over x. Question 10. Minus 4a minus 3a minus a. Minus 4a minus 3a is minus 7a. Minus a is minus 8a. Question 11. If a right-angled triangle has hypotenuse length of 50 millimeters and another side of 40 millimeters, what is the length of the third side? So the length of the hypotenuse is 50 millimeters and the other side is 40 millimeters. So you can reduce this into single figures. So 5 and 4. By Pythagoras triples, we have 3, 4, 5. So the third one is 30 millimeters. Or further still, you can go for 5 squared minus 4 squared equals x squared. 5 times 5 is 25 minus 4 times 4 is 16 equals x squared. 25 minus 16 is 9 equals x squared. You square root both sides. X equals the square root of 9. That will give you 3. So therefore it's 30 millimeters. The equivalent binary number of the denary number 40, that is 40 base 10 into a binary number base 2. So you can successively divide 40 by 2. So if you have 40 divided by 2, that will be 20, remainder 0. 20 by 2, that will be 10, remainder 0. 10 by 2, that will be 5, remainder 0. 5 by 2 gives you 2, remainder 1. 2 by 2 will gives you 1, remainder 0. 1 by 2, 0, remainder 1. So 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, base 2. 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, base 2. In fraction 3/4, the value of 3 is known as the numerator and the denominator. So the value of 3 is known as the numerator. If you have a fraction, say a over b, the top part of the fraction is the numerator. The bottom part is the denominator. If c plus 8 divided by 2 equals 15, then c equals, if you have c plus 8 divided by 2 equals 15, so you multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the denominator 2. That will cancel that away. So c, therefore c plus 8 equals 30. C equals 30 minus 8. C will give you 22. Remove the brackets and simplify. So into x minus y into x minus y. So you take each variable in the first bracket and multiply by the whole of the second bracket. Take another variable from the first bracket and multiply by the whole of the second bracket. So you have x into x minus y into x minus y. X times x will give you x squared. X minus y, x, y. Minus y times x minus x, y. Minus y times minus y. That will be positive y squared. So you have x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Question 16. What is 467.1933 rewritten to 2 decimal places? 467.1933. 2 decimal places were in here. 467.19 in 2 decimal place. Question 17. What is the log 26 plus log 22? From the laws of logarithm, if you have, say, log xa plus log xb, it can be rewritten as log x into ab. So therefore we have log 2 into 6 times 2. That is log 212. Question 18. 2x equals 4 into x minus 3. So you multiply or you expand the 4 into x minus 3. In this situation, you're going to get 2x equals 4 times x is 4x. 4 times minus 3 is minus 12. 2x equals 4x minus 12. So 2x minus 4x equals minus 12. Therefore, minus 2x equals minus 12. X equals minus 12 divided by minus 2. That will give you positive 6. Question 19. Solve the following equations for x. So we have 4x plus 8y equals 64. Let's make that one equation 1. 2x minus 8y equals 86. That will be equation 2. So we have 4x plus 8y equals 64. 2x minus 8y equals 86. That will be equation 1. That will be equation 2. If you look at equation 1 and 2, the best way to solve it is by the method of elimination. So equation 1, adding equation 1 to 2, that will give you 6x equals 150. Divide both sides by 6. X will give you 25. Question 20. 1 radian is the angle subtended at the center of a circle when the arc length formed between 2 radial lines equals to pi. The angle subtended at the center of a circle when the arc length formed between 2 radial lines is equal in length to the radius. That is the best option. Question 21. 3 materials A, B, and C are mixed in the proportion 8:6:2. If the total mass of the alloy is 208 grams, the mass of each material is. So you can find the total ratio. That's 8 plus 6 plus 2. The total ratio 8 plus 6 plus 2. That will give you 16. So when you divide 16 by the total mass, you are going to get the portion that represents each material. So 208 divided by 16. So 208 divided by 16 will give you 13, yeah? that will give you 13. So 13 is a representation of each gram. That is a proportion of the total mass. So to find the mass of each material, you multiply the 13 by each proportion. So you have 8, 6, 2. So 8 times 13, 6 times 13, 2 times 13. 8 times 13 will give you 104. 6 times 13 will give you 76. 2 times 13 will give you 26. So 104, 76, 26. 8, 6 times 13, 8, 78. 78. So we have 104, 78, 26. 104, 78, 26. 22. The value of cos 30 is, if you could memorize the common values of sine, cos, tan triangle, you can easily figure out what cos 30 means. So from here, you see cos 30 is root 3 over 2. That is cos 30. Root 3 divided by 2. Sorry, 2. That is the answer, 0.866. Question number 23. 639 is written in binary coded decimal as. So BCD is always written in 4 bits. That is 4 individual bits for one figure. So if we have 639, 639, you divide each number by 2, and the remainder are the answers. So we have 6 by 2 will give you 3, remainder 0. 3 by 2 will give you 1, remainder 1. 1 by 2 will give you 0, remainder 1. We have 1, 1, 0. That is 3 bits, but binary coded decimal is always displayed in 4 bits, so you bring 0 in front. 3 by 2, we have 1, remainder 1. 1 by 2, that is 0, remainder 1. So you have 1, 1. You bring the 0, 0 to make it 4 bits. 9 by 2, that goes in 4, remainder 1. 4 by 2, 2, remainder 0. 2 by 2, that is 1, remainder 0. 1 by 2, 0, remainder 1. So we have 1, 0, 0, 1. Alright. So when you add all these binary forms, it should give you 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. That is the last answer here. Although the 0 in front is not there, you can either add it or just leave it. That should be fine. 24. How can 0.000006 volts be written? So how many zeros do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 zeros including the 6. That is 6. So if you bring the point in front, so that will give you 6 times 10 raised to the power minus 6 volts. And minus 6 is microvolts. So that is 6 microvolts, the same as 6 microvolts. 25. The best type of graph for showing fuel use in an aircraft, especially in different phases of flight, is continuous line graph. 26. What is log A over B? So from the laws of logarithm, say if you have log AB minus log AC. This can be written as log A B over C. So therefore log A over B can be written as log A minus log B. Which of the fractions is equivalent to 0.075? 0.075. That is a thousandth. 1, 2, 3. So that can be written as 75 over 1,000. So 25 goes into 75, that is 3, goes into 1,000, that's 40, that is 3 over 40. (28) 2y equals 5x plus 3. What is the gradient? So if you look at the equation of a straight line, that's y equals mx plus c. M is always the gradient. So we have 2y equals 5x plus 3. If we divide both sides by 2 to get y separately, that'll give you y equals 5 over 2x plus 3 over 2. So the gradient is 5 over 2. (29) The volume of a pyramid is dash times base area times height. It's 1 over 3 base area times height. That's the volume of a pyramid. If you have a pyramid, that's 1 over 3 times base area times height. So 1 over 3 times base area times height. Question 30. Solve graphically the equation 1.2x minus y equals 1.80 will give which of the following type of graph? That is a straight line graph. Question 31. An engine produces 108 horsepower at 87%. What will it produce at 65%? So you can use proportion. 87% equals 108 horsepower. 65% will be 65 over 87 times 108 horsepower. That will give you 80.86 horsepower, which is approximately 81 horsepower. Question 32. 100,000 in binary is what number in decimal? So if you have 1 0 0 0 0 0 base 2, convert it into base 10, multiply the bases by each number, each digit, and you start to raise the power successively from the right to the left. So we have 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 0 times 2, 1 2 3 4 plus 0 times 2. Now you increase the power of the 2 from the right to the left. So starting from 0, 1 2 3 4 5. So that will be 0 times 1. 2 raised to the power 0 is 1. So 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times any number is 0. 0 times any number is 0. Times any number is 0. Plus 0 plus 2 raised to the power 5 is 32. So the answer is 32 base 10. Find the value of both a and b if 3a plus 2b equals 0 and a minus 2b equals minus 8. Let's make this equation 1, equation 2. Looking at 2b minus 2b, you can solve it by a method of elimination. So if you add equation 1 to 2, you're going to get 4a equals minus 8. Therefore a equals minus 2. So we have a equals minus 2. Then we can substitute a into equation, let's say equation 2. So that will be minus 2 minus 2b equals minus 8. Minus 2b equals minus 6. b equals minus 6 over minus 2. That will give you positive 3. So therefore a equals minus 2, b equals positive 3. A equals minus 2, b positive 3. 200 kilovolts can be expressed as kilo is 10 to the power 3. So 200 kilovolts will be 20 times 10 to the power 3 volts. 20 times 10 to the power 3 volts. The sine of 90 degrees is 1. 36. How is the area of a circle calculated? The area of a circle equals pi r squared. So you've been given pi 3.142 r squared. So that will give you r squared times 3.142. A trapezium has one pair of parallel sides, two pair of parallel sides, and no parallel sides. So it's one pair of parallel sides. If you have a trapezium, that's a one pair of parallel sides. The rest are not. So one pair of parallel sides. Which of the following is a linear equation? First option is quadratic equation. That is quadratic. That is linear. For a scalene triangle, which is true? No two sides are equal. Alright, simplify the expression 86 plus 24 all over 14 minus 2. (86 plus 24 all over 14 minus 2). So 86 plus 24 is 110. 110 divided by 14 minus 2 is 12. That is going to give you 110 divided by 12. That's going to give you 9 plus a remainder. So that is the right option. Obviously this is not, that is not. Convert inches to centimeters. That is 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. Alright, question 42. A trapezium has parallel sides of 9 centimeters and 5 centimeters. The perpendicular height between them is 3 centimeters. The length of one of the non-parallel sides is 6 centimeters. What is the area? So you have parallel sides, you have 5 and 9. The height is 3 centimeters. The slant side is 6 centimeters. So the area of a trapezium, area equals half times the sum of the parallel sides, let's say a plus b, times the height. So we have area equals half into 5 plus 9 times 3. A equals 1 over 2 into 5 plus 9, which is 14. That is 14 times 3. That will give you 14 times 3 all over 2. So in order to avoid making it complicated, you cancel it out. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. So the answer equals 21 centimeters squared. 43. What torque loading would apply to a nut if the force is 50 pounds exerted 2 feet from its axis? So torque equals force times the distance. So we have the force to be 50 pounds times 2 feet. That will give you 100 pounds feet. What is the cosine value of sine 180? So sine 180 equals 0. That is equivalent to cos 90. Simplify 5 into x minus 2y plus 3 into 2y minus x. You can only simplify by expansion. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times minus 2y is minus 10y. Plus 3 times 2y is positive 6y. 3 times minus x is minus 3x. So you group like terms. 5x minus 3x minus 10y plus 6y. That will give you 2x minus 4y. If y equals 5, find the value of x if y equals 3x minus 7. So you have the y value to be 5. So y equals 3x minus 7. That will be 5 equals 3x minus 7. 5 plus 7 equals 3x. This implies 3x equals 12. X equals 12 divided by 3. That will give you 4. Question 50. What is the best type of graph to show mixing quantities of adhesive in a composite repair? That is a pie chart. A sphere has a radius of 5 centimeters. Calculate its volume. Volume of a sphere, V, equals 4/3 pi r cubed. That is going to give you 4/3 pi times 5 cubed, which is 4 pi times 125 divided by 3. If you divide 4 pi times 125 divided by 3, you're going to get 523.5. 523.5. That is approximately 524 centimeters cubed.